All right, guys, I'm here with Andrew, and I'm so excited for this interview because I think his story will resonate with a lot of you out there listening, who are dealing with busy schedules and crazy things like that. So, basically, I guess just first of all, thanks for hopping on here with me. I'm pumped you're here today. Let's
Glad to
just
be here.
Yeah, man. Let's just start with your origin story and kind of give us a bit of context, if you don't mind, about like where you were. I guess what was it, 7 months ago when we started, something like that?
I think I started with you about 7 months ago. I started getting more serious about getting back in physical shape about a year ago at this point.
Got you. Okay, yeah. So just kind of walk us through the last 12 months and where you were before we met.
So yeah, about last November, I noticed that I was starting to get a lot more physically unhealthy than I had been probably at almost any other point in my life. I was weighing like 260 pounds,
Mm,
which is 40 more pounds than I weighed in high school when I was competitively powerlifting. I was, getting winded walking upstairs, having difficulty with a lot of my mobility in my upper body and my hips. And so I started just a normal, I guess what people would consider like a normal-ish gym routine that you could Google on the internet. And there's plenty of guides for like really basic fitness stuff. And I didn't see a ton of progress in the what's 12 minus 7, 5.
yeah.
Yeah. In the 5 months that I was doing that alone. I had heard about you through some mutual contacts that we have, decided to give personal training a shot. I liked your attitude towards fitness and all that in general. And so, yeah, since starting with you, I think I'm down to like the lowest I've been so far is like 226. I was
Okay, yeah.
230 this morning when I weighed. So, yeah, from where I started, I'd only lost, 10 or so pounds by myself. But since I started with you, I've lost an additional basically 20 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
And also,
You've been
instead of
crushing it.
just instead of just pulling fat off, like I'm pretty significantly changing my body composition. I have never in my entire life had lats, and now like I can actually see them when I turn to my side and look in the mirror.
Yeah.
You can like see the three distinct muscles that make up the quad and the knee now on my leg. It's not just one big slab of beef
Yeah.
laying there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like, just in the last couple of months, I feel like your mental state has gotten a lot better too. Like, I mean, you've been really crushing it just in every aspect since we've started. And when you started working with us, like, you mentioned using using just some like generalized information that you'd found online. When you started working with us, like, was this more of a cookie cutter routine, or is this something that you felt was more custom and catered kind of to you and what you had going on in your life?
I definitely feel like, I mean, you listen to any feedback I have about workouts, and like you've added like tons of stuff into workouts after I've mentioned, like, hey, I want to work on my lats or my back, or like, hey, are there some stretches you can throw in there? Like you've added tons of stuff like over the course of me working with you.
Yeah, yeah,
So like I feel like it's pretty customized. Like we discuss what my personal goals are as far as weight loss on top of just building a more muscular foundation. So like I assume you take that into account when you're building my program.
yeah. Yeah, and like I know you got your win, like I mean most of your wins. You came in and in like 2 months you started seeing some significant change, and then even from there you've like you've said, you've seen some good change there. Like at what point during the program did you feel like it was all worth it?
I think, and there's a lot of points where I like just look at my progress over the last 7 months. There's tons of points where I'm like, yeah, like this is awesome and worth it. But I think the biggest point where I was like, wow, this has been such a positive change in my life is getting under 230 pounds. Because I probably haven't been under, I wasn't, I wasn't under 230 when I went through the police academy. So
Yeah.
I haven't been under 230 pounds in at least 5 years.
Yeah. I love that, dude. I'm happy that I love hearing you say that. And for the audience, like, do you feel like the support you've gotten from, you know, myself and even Coach James would help others who are struggling with getting that extra weight down?
Dude, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you guys offer, yeah, because on top of all the workouts you've given that you program specifically for me, like you guys put out the nutrition guides, which makes it like I literally have the list you sent me. It's like it's basically my shopping list. It's just taped to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And so like I keep a little blackboard up there that all right, if I go to the store, like this is what I need and it's on the list. And like I basically I'm a simple guy, so I can just buy all the stuff off that list and make like the same 5 things and eat them every day. All I need is food. It doesn't have to be fancy.
Right. Um, and you know, let's get real. I mean, you're a busy man. What part was most challenging, and what part of our program kind of helped you through that challenge as far as like working around schedules and stuff?
Just this for me, the biggest thing is with the app y'all use. It provides like an extra element of structure,
Mhm.
and because of my profession, like my entire life essentially revolves around structure. Like I have to stay fairly regimented. So outside of making the just the personal commitment, like I have to make the time to do this. It's like I can look at the workout and it's like, yeah, this is like an estimation if you follow like the rest times and whatnot, it's going to take you about 58 minutes. And I know sometimes I go a little slower on my sets or I rest a little bit longer if I'm super tired. So I know like I can budget like an hour and 10 minutes for this. And I know like it takes me, if I want to walk 6,000 steps straight, that it's going to take me pretty much right at 30 minutes to do that on
Yeah.
whatever I do. So I can more effectively, I can budget that time and then I can find where that time needs to go in my day.
Yeah. Love it. And yeah, you feel like that structure has just been a lot more beneficial, I guess, compared to
Yeah,
just
I mean, and yeah, I don't have to. I used to, keep a little notebook with like what exercise I did, whatever weight it was at, and how many reps. Like the app y'all use makes that super easy. I can go back and look like, what was I doing 3 weeks ago? Like, oh, cool. Like I'm doing 2 more reps every set with 15 more pounds than I was 3 weeks ago.
right. Yeah, and I mean, it's great for us to be able to see that too. Especially like you've done a really good job of tracking that stuff. So like for us, we can just go back and see, okay, like make sure he's progressing over time. So, but yeah, man, you've been crushing it. And you know, before I let you go, I guess tell everyone like what you're about, like where they can find you, if they have any questions or anything, and you know, maybe if I were to slide someone your way to ask any questions about what we do here, like where could we find you?
I mean, I don't really have much of an internet presence, so I would say if anyone has questions, you can just give them my personal number and they
Okay,
can text my personal. I trust
perfect.
you with that.
Yeah.
Uh, if they want to shoot me an email, it's first name dot last name at gmail.com, which is Andrew Kammerlocher, ANDREW dot KAMMERLOCHER at gmail.com.
Yes, the longest last name in the world. Um, and if they're a good fit and kind of on the fence about joining our program, like what would you say to them?
That there you owe it. There's a reason that you're even entertaining the idea of undertaking this journey anyway. And you owe that to yourself.
Mm,
And it's going to be difficult. Like I think I talked with you about, the 2 or 3 month mark. I was just like not really mentally feeling it, but because I had the support of you guys at TruCapacity, like I was able to sort of push through that mental plateau that I feel like a lot of people hit after about 3 months of committing to what is essentially a lifestyle change.
yeah,
And like now I just accept it as part of my day.
yeah,
Like sometimes like on deadlift days, I am at work thinking like, yep, got to do that today and it's going to suck. But like it no longer feels like a chore. It's just I've now normalized it as a habit. It's like brushing your teeth. Like I don't look forward to brushing my teeth when I wake up or at the end of the day, but like I just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's just like if you don't brush your teeth every day, your teeth get disgusting. And if you don't, do these kinds of workouts and stuff, your body falls apart. So I love it, man. Well, I appreciate your time, dude. Anybody who's watching, if you want any more information on what we do and where we're at, you can always pop into our Facebook group, Body Transformation Secrets for Ambitious Professionals. I'll put the link down below. And yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Andrew. Appreciate you taking the time. And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.